Good morning and welcome to Lisa Lovestone's Mushroom Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musing. Of course, as soon as I sat down to do this, the Roomba got going and now it's going to be making background noise. It literally had stopped, so I thought I'd sit down and do this, but it was recharging. But I was also feeding the kitty and feeding the dogs and taking the dogs outside to go potty and poopy and watering the plant tree. You know, those plant trees that you have inside your house. Anyway, I was putting water in the tank. Okay, so it went in the other room. So for now, that's good. What's going on? I don't know. I know it's fucking hot in Georgia. That I know. When you know the grass is warm and it doesn't cool your feet, it's fucking hot in Georgia. In a couple of hours, the grass won't even be warm. The grass will be hot. Luckily, the house I'm at currently, pet sitting, they do have sprinklers that water the yard every 24 hours, so that's great. I just keep everything watered in the house and around the house outside. Some of that stuff out there is watered by he set up a drip system. This guy can do everything. He's amazing and he's handsome and he's nice. So anyway, so the husband is handsome, the wife is pretty, they have beautiful children, big beautiful house, life is good. It's an older home, it's an older brick home that he's been working on to make improvements. He does beautiful work. Look at the molding up here. He didn't do this, it was already there, but I just want you to see the molding up around the top of the building or the room. Look at that fucking detail. Is that not amazing? Yeah. So anyway, so a bird hit this window. So I've left the thing not quite halfway, but I've brought it down enough that it will help prevent the bird from flying into the window. So yeah, he built all that out there on the porch. I really wanted to do my bedhead musing outside, but first thing in the morning, I do all kinds of things for the animals and the plants and make my matcha, and then I cheers. I picked some sweet mint from outside and put it in my matcha. It's delicious. It really is delicious. I just kind of crumbled it up so that the oils would seep into the matcha. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, I forgot to put my my thing on, my mic. All right, well, I'll do that. I just gotta plug this into my phone. Okay, and then turn it on. Hello, hello. I guess it works. You know, there's nothing indicating that it's working. I don't like that. Okay. That should be fine. All right. So anyway, I'll be going upstairs to get dressed here in a few minutes. I've got some errands to run. Definitely my hair is going to have to go in a bun or probably a ponytail. I can't have it down today. No way, Jose. I do have it pulled back because I had to do some stuff and I just wanted my hair out of my face. So, all right. So what are we going to do today? If you haven't been following along, with me reading this book out loud, or if you've never heard of this book, or if you've never read it, I recommend you read it and you do the things in each chapter that you're supposed to do. If you're watching my videos where I'm reading it out loud to you, that gives you the opportunity to just lay down and rest and listen to the whole thing and do the stuff while I'm reading. I forgot my mic was here. Sorry. If you've been watching my videos from the beginning of me reading the first 5-6 chapters, I thought a lot of stuff that was in here was absolute bullshit. Okay, there's still some things that I've corrected that I just don't agree with, and I'm standing by that. But it's also been overall helpful with growth, helpful with enlightenment, helpful with cleaning out your chakras, helpful with spiritual downloads from the archangels. Michael and Metatron have been most used in this book, but other angels, archangels have been included for their works, their specific works. So yeah. I'm not getting paid to recommend the book. Sadly, I should be. I should be getting paid for a lot of stuff I do, but I don't. But what's most important is the message. Getting the message out there to all the people, right? That's the most important thing. So I need to go to the Apple store and have them help me with some things about my phone that are doing things I don't understand, and I don't want to fuck up my phone. So I'm just like, what is that? What is that? All right, so today, which I was trying to do before, but my phone was out of room. I bought a new phone. I've got an iPhone 14 now. It's got 128 megabytes. It's not even quite halfway full yet with just everything that's been downloaded from, or, you know, transferred over from my iPhone 11. But, so I've got enough room, but as AI progresses, I'm going to need a phone with more memory. So I understand that. I don't know if this was actually a good purchase or if I should have bought a phone with more megabytes. I mean, eventually I'm going to need more megabytes. This just isn't going to be enough for our, you know. Anyway, I wanted to pull a card for today. I think today is Friday, maybe? Thursday? You know what? I have no idea what day it is. I literally don't know what today is. And I don't have my second phone. It's at home. Wait, I do, but where is it? Wait, I do have my other phone because now I have 3 phones. I all of a sudden can't stand. Oh, it's right here. It's right here next to me. What is today? Oh, I had to turn my phone off because if I have my phone on, if somebody calls me, it still might ring in this phone. All right, so I get to find out. But anyway, I'm gonna pull a card. I feel led to pull a card. I felt led to pull a card yesterday, and I couldn't do anything with my phone. I literally couldn't even send a message to my son. I literally couldn't even take a picture. It had no room for anything to... Today's Saturday? What? It's Saturday. Oh my God. How is it Saturday? Yesterday was the longest day of the year. It didn't feel any longer. My days just, I don't know. Sometimes my days feel shorter and shorter. Am I not doing enough? I don't know what's going on. Today is Saturday, June 21st. It's summer solstice. All right, so these cards, see how pretty they are? When I have the phone at this angle, it just kind of is weird. But these are the Soul Mirror Oracles. And what it is it's mirroring your soul back to you. And something that Bashar says that has really resonated with my inner self, my spirit self. Like, yes, that's true. That is it. That's it. Is we are not a body that has a soul in it. We are a soul that has a body, if that makes sense. Because our soul is infinite. So our soul always is. So we are a soul that has a body, a physical body. And then when this physical body passes away, the soul remains always, infinitely. So I know this lifetime seems like, for me, long and dragging on. And it's like, I know the 80s happened. I know the 70s happened. I know I was born in 1965 and I was a child in the 60s. I know all of that is true. But because I live so much in the now, in the moment, it's like it fades. It's like I read a book, and I read a book about that child, and I kind of remember it. I read a book about that teenager, and I kind of remember it. I read a book about that young adult who struggled in her young adulthood, struggled, had incredible pain, suffering, sadness, excruciating, heart-wrenching pain. And it's a pain I don't talk about publicly at all. I don't know when I ever will, but as long as I live in Georgia, I won't talk about it. I don't know why. That is thing for me, but I'm not going to talk about it as long as I live in Georgia. So I have my reasons, and I'm just not gonna. Now, if my higher self moves me to change my mind about that, then I guess I will. But at this moment in time, I don't see how it would profit anybody or myself. Because I've talked about it with my Wyoming friends. You know, they were there when it was happening. They know what was going on. And I'm not talking about a rape or anything like that. Just something that happened in my life, and a couple of choices that I made that almost brought me to absolute devastation. Anyway, I'm shuffling the cards. All right, so I'm going to pull a card, and I'm going to read a card, a Saturday card. Usually I read a Friday card to help us get through the weekend. Now that I know it's Saturday, I almost feel like I should do a complete reading, a complete weekend reading. I'm not gonna. I'll just pull one card and expand on it. All right, Spirit guides, I need some assistance. What card should I pull? This deck has been speaking to me. I mean, heal through divine reflection and know the dawning of your true self. Your radiance is calling to be freed. Loose your internal threads to weave inspired vision into reality. Clear energetic connections catapult humanity into grace and lightness. May the world be your soul mirror, healing and revealing your whole, glorious, and authentic self. The print is starting to fade right there, but this book has these writings. But where I hold the book with my thumb, right there, the golden ink is fading away. All right. I've got my card. Are you serious? This is the last card I drew. I drew this card the last time I read this deck. This is the same card, and it was sticking out of the deck. Teaching, withheld giving. Did I not just say that I'm telling you people because I have information that's going to help other people? And I do not get paid to share, but I share anyway because it's important. And the last time I said that very same thing, I pulled this card. What the hell, man? I've got the phone this way so that you can see out the window a little bit, but it's not quite that great for card reading, is it? Teaching. So let's read teaching again. Because apparently every time I say what I just said, I need to read this card. So, page 102. Teaching, withheld/giving. So it's talking about teaching, withheld/giving. And look at my fingernail. What a mess, huh? I mean, look at this fingernail and this fingernail, and then look at this fingernail. Crazy. Anyway, my fingernails are not the subject of the day. All right, let's get some sunshine on this book. Okay, I need some matcha before I read this because apparently I didn't get the message the last time. You know what? My phone feels dark, and I wonder if it has anything to do with the glass protection I have. I want it lighter. It's dark. Okay. Now is an opportunity to learn and teach. Okay, learning and teaching, that's what I've been doing for over a year. So now is an opportunity to learn and teach, to receive from and give to the flow of the universe. Maybe it's telling me I need to branch out in my teaching. Maybe it's telling me I need to get my Reiki Master Teacher certification. That's what I thought last time. And I told my Reiki Master Teacher I'm ready to go to the next level, and she has not hooked me up with a class. I feel like she's hesitating. Well, you know what? There's other Reiki Master Teachers. If this is what the universe is calling for me to do, then this is what my purpose. And I'm not letting anybody hold me back. So, we shall see. Now is an opportunity to learn and teach, to receive from and give to the flow of the universe. Embrace the human experience of sacred learning in the 3D realm with an open heart and loving mindset, and you will reap the benefits of divine intelligence. Okay, and I need to say something. I'm not angry with my Reiki Master Teacher. I just sometimes am not sure of her intentions. Like, you know how sometimes you're judged by the company you keep, or sometimes people say things that are very odd or don't quite fit the script? Yeah. But has she taught me a lot? Hell yes. I've learned a lot from her. So, you know, nothing against her. I just want to be clear on that. Our lives flow in waves of experiences and circumstances, all of which offer a choice of teaching and learning or sharing. Our lives flow in waves of experiences and circumstances, yes. All which offer a choice of teaching and learning, sharing, or withholding and ignoring. What? What? Oh. What else did I also say that I said before? That I have an experience that I'm not going to share, 2 experiences, as long as I live in Georgia. I said that, and I said the other thing. I said both of those things last time I pulled this card. I said both of those things again, and I pulled this card. And it's hitting me like I bumped into the wall. Or withholding and ignoring. I'm not ignoring, I'm withholding. I'm healing from it, but I am withholding the information. I just don't want to share it while I live here. I don't like Georgia. I don't like living here. It's beautiful, but it's fucking hot and humid, and there's so much in the atmosphere, like when I lived in New Hampshire, or even Reno, believe it or not. I mean, there's a lot of tensions in Reno, but there's a lot of good vibrations in Reno as well that kind of counterbalance the ions in the atmosphere. And in Wyoming, it's just very pleasant. I mean, in New Hampshire. But Augusta, Georgia, and just Georgia in general, even Columbia County, there's so much hate and judgment, and yes, racism. It just makes the ions, the vibrations low. And it's so much work. I have to stay in my bubble because it is so much work to keep my vibration high with all this negativity around me. Now, is everybody negative? No. But positive people are hard to find around here. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest about my experience. There, I did not withhold. And because people are so judgmental, and I will have to figure this one out. But okay, I'm listening. I'm listening, spirit guides and guardian angel and spirit team, Grandma and Shar, whom I have not checked in with for a while. All right. When you desire to share, you are giving the gift of knowledge and energetically opening yourself to learning. When you desire to withhold, you cut off your ability to receive, learn, and grow, removing yourself from that flow of knowledge. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Fuck. I'm not happy about this. What is this card saying to you? I'd love to hear. Please leave some comments. This is quite a card, is it not? I mean, I guess if you're open and willing to be moved and taught, then yes, it's quite a card. Now I understand why she's revealing a breast and why the moon is dark. Because she's laying herself bare. She's baring herself to the world. Naked and unafraid. And sometimes to have an illuminating light moon, you have to go through the darkness that's within yourself. You have to remove it so the moon can illuminate, so you can illuminate. Now I understand. I understood it before, but not in such a full capacity as now. This is why I'm pulling this card again. Is it meant for me? Absolutely. Are you learning anything from this? I hope so. Since y'all are just so scared to leave a comment, okay. You leaving a comment, I wonder how that could help me. I wonder how you could help me if you left a comment. Think about that. What are you withholding? Why are you withholding? What's your motives? There's something to think about. So, when you desire to withhold, you cut off your ability to receive, learn, and grow. Remove yourself from that flow of knowledge. So you remove yourself from that flow of knowledge. We are all here on earth to learn from each other and to teach. Our outer world is our inner world's most important teacher. It constantly reflects sacred knowledge for our expansion and healing as human beings. In the most practical way, being human gives us the opportunity to experience fast-tracked learning through the heavier 3D realm. Which is ever so clear and evident through our physical bodies, which is what Bashar tells us. Our souls come here and get born as a human to have an understanding of some of things we could never have understood. We could have never had the experience without coming here to earth, jumping into a human body, a little human body, I will say, and this might upset some Democrats, I'm a Democrat, but this is the truth and I have to speak it. When I became pregnant with Micah, I knew that the spark of life happened as soon as the lovemaking sexual experience was completed, was finished, when we almost passed out from exhaustion. I knew in that moment that a spark of life was taking place inside of me. And I said to Dan, who is now passed away, I said, I thought you told me you couldn't have children. And he said, what did he say? My wife can't, but I can? Or something. He said, I thought you told me you couldn't get pregnant. I said, my doctor told me that if I planned to have children, that I would have to have surgery to clean out all the scar tissue that was in me from having surgery to remove precancerous cells. I said, all that time, Stephen and I tried to have a child. I never got pregnant. But there I was, feeling the spark of life, just moments after the sexual experience. And I felt my son's spirit inside my body the entire 9 months. I spoke to him. I read to him. I felt his joy when I said something or did something that he enjoyed. I felt his sadness when I was stressed or scared, because I knew that I was going to be raising him alone. And I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel worthy to be bringing a child into this world. I didn't think I'd be good enough to be a mom. I had some of the lowest self-esteem in those days. Low self-esteem. No self-worth. I've come a long way. I'm a completely different person. So, so where was I going with that? Well, I was trying to say that we jump into these human baby bodies to have an experience. Now, maybe the spirit doesn't jump into the body until its first breath. In many cases, that might be true. That very well might be true. And maybe for the purpose of the mother's benefit of learning or having an experience, the spirit soul jumps into the fetus while it's still in the mother's womb. Maybe it's not the same every time. Maybe sometimes it's not until the first breath that the soul jumps in the body. But then Bashar says we're not a soul in a body. We're not a body with a soul. We're a soul with a body. Ooh, we're a soul with a body. There's no body without the soul. The Democrats are going to hate me for this. This is my truth, and I have to be true to myself. Not all Democrats like abortions, by the way. We all know what I'm talking about. Not all Democrats. That's just a big misconception. If we could, we would love to prevent another abortion from ever happening. But in the state of affairs, it's a long, hard, difficult, complicated road to walk down. And do I think a woman should have a child if she's not ready? No. No. So maybe that child's soul contract was to incarnate into a fetus knowing that its life would be terminated. Because nothing happens without our consent. In that kind of way. They've already made a contract to be aborted. But, or at least, I don't know, we contract our time of death before we even become human, while we're still spirit. This is a lot, and I'm kind of done. That's as far as I want to go with that. I'll have to really seek out some peace about this. So this card has just opened up a big can of worms, hasn't it? Okay. Which is why I was led to only pull one. We are here on earth to learn from each other and to teach. Our outer world is our inner world's most important teacher. It constantly reflects sacred knowledge for our expansion and healing as human beings. In the most practical way, being human gives us the opportunity to experience fast-tracked learning through the heavier 3D realm, which is ever so clear and evident through our physical bodies. May we use our time here to share, teach, grow, and learn in all facets and blessings. Remember, we're here to share, teach, and grow and learn, not to judge, not to hate. That's not our purpose. Not yours, not mine. Nope. We come from Source, and Source is a being of unconditional love. Christ is a consciousness, a being of unconditional love. We're not supposed to hate. It's unnatural for our soul. So the reflection, I think I've quite well reflected, right? What actions can I take to open myself up and share with others? How can I learn from the outer world and apply that learning to my own life? How can I find the courage to both give and receive gracefully? So, okay, that was just one card, 46 minutes. The internet is slow in this house because they gave me the slow internet, not the fast one. It's gonna take a while to upload this video, maybe all day. I might have to go home and upload it, we'll see, even with my brand new phone. But I've got to fix my lunch and go upstairs and shower and get dressed. So hopefully it will be uploaded by then. So, mind blown. The dog looks so cute. Okay, well, love, life, and love, light, and peace to all. This is Lisa Lovestone, LL, signing out. Have a great day.